Alrighty, Bill and Nancy Schneider's house, master bedroom. Let's see. Just showing all the drywall repair. Make a little record of it here. Above the vent was all cracked out, and that's all cracked out right there. And above the window, tape and mud, big crack, and one more above this door. And looks like we have one more right here that wasn't dug out. Just a little bit where the corner bead popped. No biggie. And that's it in here. And of course we're going to caulk all the trim to the drywall. Get rid of that nasty crack there where the wood meets the drywall. And we're going to do that around every one of these openings. You can see how it wasn't prepped, even in original construction. This one, yeah, they're all the same. Anyway, back to the drywall. This is the bedroom right across from the master, and just got the typical issues in here as far as skim coating all of the seams, and we've got crack at this window. And once the drywall is cracked and popped like that, you have to open it up a little bit and tape and mud it, meaning put down some mud, tape on it, and once the tape dries, the drywall tape, it'll mend the two back together and the crack won't show back through. Yeah, this one did the same thing. Otherwise, I could put drywall mud on it, just, you know, skim coat some mud on there, and the crack will come right back through the mud, because the crack is still there. You haven't mended the two pieces back together, and that's what the tape does for you. There's a settling crack there, just kind of popped there. And then above this corner on the closet, just like the master bedroom, it's just this low corner is all. And that's it in here for the most part. That is the drywall damage. And this wall was wet down here. You can see where the tape pulled the paint off. This wall and the carpet was wet and had been wet for some time. But I think it was due to some debris, some firewood and miscellaneous objects that were piled up against the house, and just retained moisture, not allowing the wall to dry, so it just absorbed through the stucco and got the drywall damp. But that should dry out now. We moved those items. And we're into the hallway. Regular seam issues. A crack in the ceiling there. And that joint split open. And then we're into the smaller bedroom. And it looks like the windows are pretty good, just minor, just at the bottoms. Easily corrected. And then above the closet, same thing, just very minor. No biggie. And that's it in here. And In the bathroom, of course, we got this has been an ongoing issue. I can tell from the amount of drywall repairs that have already been done here, but the wood's pretty badly eaten by termites, but there's still enough wood there for me to attach a new piece of green board drywall and seal that back up. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and put some black moisture barrier paper down over the wood before I put the drywall on top of it. That'll give it a little extra protection. You might get a couple of more miles out of that 2x4, but that sucker is eaten. Termite eaten. And I think there's current termite activity on the house. Here's a tape joint. Let's see if I get the better light in here. I'm going to steal this light, and then I'll finish my walkthrough here. I got 2 more rooms to document the repairs on. Okay. Put some light on the subject. Damn, this doesn't have a 3-prong? Nope. Well, that's not helping out at all. Okay. So. There we go. And bypass the ground on that sucker. Okay, now we're in the living room, and of course right above the posts at the entry, got a nice one there. Actually continues on up the ceiling a little ways. That tape is busted loose. We'll have to cut that off and re-secure it. And then above the window, same thing. Then we've got some corner bead that popped loose here, all the way up the side of the window. And on this side, we have some rotten drywall, some mold. Can definitely get somebody sick, so I'll cut that out. Put in some fresh drywall, repair the crack there. And we've got a crack here. It looks like it followed the framing from the room addition. But we'll go ahead and tape and mud that up as well. Then above the door to the kitchen from the living room, typical, right above the opening corner. And then we've got a crack here that leads me to believe that maybe a slab crack, I'm not sure, but that's in the ceiling, and it doesn't follow any framing or any natural break, so it's kind of an odd crack there. But another one right off of the hallway, crack in the ceiling. That'll have to be tape and mudded. And we come into here, and on the family room side, right above the opening from the family room to living room entry. And then we've got a pretty good sized crack here from the kitchen to the family room at the ceiling. It's actually got a pretty good separation, like 1/8 of an inch there. That's probably the biggest one I've seen. And then this one's not too small either. Above the sliding glass door, straight broke clean all the way through, both sides. And then we've got the drywall busted and cracked in the center of the room. And that'll have to get retaped and mudded. And I think that is it for the drywall repairs. And oh, there's another one. high and low of the on the living room side of the entry banisters there. It's kind of a weird break too. Like that, and then down the corner bead, and then on over this way. I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, there might be a slab crack, but that's pretty much it. All the tape and mud items that aren't you know, typical, we're going through before we texture. And like I said, we tape and mud all the drywall nails, as you can see, are left fairly unfinished. When they spray this acoustic sealing on there, they hope to hide that all these imperfections with that heavy texture. So when you scrape it off, you're left with every single nail hole, and there's a couple thousand of them. And then of course the tape joints where the drywall meets the drywall all require an additional skim coat to make level and smooth, so you don't see those when it's all said and done. All right.